Hello everybody, and in today's video I will be taking a look at Lloyds Evo Mech Battle, which came out on January 1st, 2023. So, as always, let's start with the minifigures. So, starting off with the Lloyds minifigure, I really like this Lloyd. I think he is definitely one of the best golden Lloyds that LEGO have made. And I just think it's nice to have a gold Lloyd with different colour hands, and the light green goes really nicely with the gold, in my opinion at least. Taking the mask off, as you can see, it's just the regular Lloyd face print. But this mask is new. They've made it in dark green, but this is the first time using the light green. And I just think it looks really nice, especially with all the bright green really goes well with the gold. Taking a look at the back of the torso, you can see it's got the same logo as shown on his mech there. And also like more dragon scales. It kind of looks a bit similar to his Oni form, but it is a different suit. More dragon scales there on the torso. He comes with just a golden katana, so nothing exciting. Some nice legs with no toe printing, but you know, it's got knee pads and a nice belt. Altogether, just a really nice Lloyd minifigure. And the second minifigure in this set is a Bone Warrior. This minifigure is really nice. As you can see, aside from the top, he uses the Black Panther horns from Marvel, with that really nice black head with this green printed, which is surprisingly vibrant, considering when things are printed on a black torso or head, it doesn't really look the nicest, but this one looks really nice. A really nice shoulder armour piece. Coming around to the side, you've got kind of like a mummy wrap on the torso, with you can see the rib cage inside there. Coming around to the back, you see the back of the rib cage with also those red dots. Got a spiked belt, which looks really nice with a skull in the middle. Toe printing to represent shoes, and some really nice knee pads, and just all together really nice leg printing. The back of the torso is like nice. No alternate headpiece, but that makes sense because, well, you'd be able to see it from both sides. He uses these really nice bone shurikens, which are brand new for this year. There is also, it comes in like a weapon pack, and I'll show you the other weapons later in the video whilst reviewing the set. But yeah, a really nice minifigure. So now actually reviewing the main part about this set, and we're going to start with Lloyd's Mech. So the way this set was built was actually really strange, because bag 1 was the base of Lloyd's Mech, bag 2 was the skeleton mech, then bag 3 was just like adding the extra detailed gold bits on Lloyd's Mech, like the wings, the shoulder pads, these gold ingots, and the gold shoulder down there. Not shoulder, those armor pieces down there. I did find it quite strange, but it doesn't really matter, it's all fine. But yeah, so let's take a look at Lloyd's Mech. So, starting with the feet, you can see they are very nicely built. You've got these orange bricks on the back to represent like rocket boosters. I think it uses a similar building technique for the feet as Kai's Evo Mech from earlier last year. As you can see, the feet have got these really nice gold pieces on, nice sloped design. As you can see, they use ball joints to connect, and there's actually holes on the feet here. That doesn't really make a difference, but I just thought I'd point it out. Coming from the back, now on the back of the legs, you can see they've got more like rocket boosters. I think they designed this mech intention that it would be flying, which I think is quite cool. They've not really done flying mechs since the samurai mech from this first season, so yeah, I think that's quite cool. So yeah, they use the green Evo mech joints, and they also have he also has these leg armor pieces and the Nexo Knight shield on a 2x3 green brick. This one is unprinted. There are some printed ones later in the set. I'll show you them in a bit. On the back, as you can see, he's got this giant weapon, which I'll show you why they included that later. Coming around to the front, as you can see, he's got a lot more gold. So taking that down, that is where you attach Lloyd. So let me just attach Lloyd like so. Yeah, so he just attaches to these back studs, close that up, and that is what Lloyd looks like inside the mech. Like I said earlier, you've got these ingot pieces here and this symbol. He uses the gold cockpit piece, which I think works for Lloyd. Coming up to the top, as you can see, you've got these parts from Crystallized, on a few Crystallized sets, as for shoulder pads, which I think works really nice. Coming down to the right arm, as you can see, we've got printed Nexo Knight shield, which looks really nice, coming down all the way to this nice piece used on the hand. Then finally the main hand, which I think is a lot better than the Zane hand they made last year. Then coming around to the other hand, is identical except this one has a really nice sword. It uses the dragon hilt piece, a green stud with a hole in top, followed by this silver sword, so it can like slash things with that, and then it can also be like posed like that. Then finally, here's the banner, which just shows, looks like Lloyd deflecting some energy or shooting some energy. Looks really nice. Now I'll show you what the whole reason for this, like wings on the back. So if you just remove them like that, they're very easily removed. And then you get this here, you can put it in the hand, and it kind of acts a bit like a boomerang that Lloyd would throw, which I just think looks really nice. And it is a bit awkward to pose whilst he's got that in, but I do think it looks really cool. So he can kind of got two weapons, a double-sided sword, just really nice in my opinion. So yeah, that does look really cool. So that was the Lloyd mech. Now get into the second mech, and that is the Bone Warrior mech. Now, I didn't really have much expectations for this mech, but I actually really like it. I think it's just so... I just think it's really cool, and it's quite unique compared to the other Evo mechs. To start with, it doesn't use the classic cockpit, which I'm not sure how I feel about that, but, you know, I think it looks good, the way they built it up. Adds a lot more detail, and it kind of shows that they're not a ninja, so the Bone Warriors wouldn't use the cockpit. I don't know, that's the way I kind of just justify in my head. So, yet again, start from the feet. As you can see, they've got a similar build to Lloyd, except for no boosters on the back. And they've got these spiked toes, which look really nice. They go in with the whole Bone Warrior colour scheme. Coming up, as you can see, he's got these ingot pieces on the leg, followed by this, I'm not sure what this piece is called, but this sloped piece here, which looks really nice. As usual, that's the same on the other leg. Coming back up to the cockpit, it uses another one of these pieces from the bone accessory pack, and you just pull that down like so. Then you can attach the Bone Warrior in. Let me just take off the... so you just attach the Bone Warrior like that, and that's what the Bone Warrior looks like inside of the set. Coming around to the one arm, as you can see, he's got just another one of these pieces with a hand and some fingers on the other side, and just a singular clip on this hand. And coming around to this hand, as you can see, it's got a double clip, and that's because it has this really, really big weapon, which is like 2 staffs long. It's quite difficult to fit in frame. But yeah, so basically it uses the sword piece from the weapon pack, followed by a knife piece on the other side, and they put them together to make a really nice giant scythe build, double-sided, which I think is quite nice. But another thing you can do is actually remove this, so then you get 2 separate scythes. Put one in this hand and one in this hand to kind of show him dual wielding the scythes, which looks really nice. It's just the wrong way around. Oh, that fell out. Which is the wrong way. Which is a really nice way of doing it, and I do think it is easier to display like that. Coming around to the back, as you can see, another scythe from this weapon pack, which looks really nice, like so. And then, yeah. Also, you may have noticed the hat that the Bone Warrior is wearing. I actually didn't know this until I was building the set. And it actually shows, if you take the hat off of the Bone Warrior, the hat's only made up of a few parts, just like that. If you put the hat in there, it kind of acts as a shield, as you can see, which looks really nice on the Bone Warrior. I don't think it's the best way of displaying it, but yeah, I do think it looks quite nice like that. But yeah, I think definitely the better way to display it is just like that. So yeah, that was all the set. That was the set. I think it is a really good set, and I do think it is quite good value considering you get 2 mechs for £20, so it's about like 10 quid a mech. I just think they do look really nice. And also you get an exclusive minifigure. And the only other way to get this minifigure would be in the Zane's Ice Dragon creature, which is the biggest set of the wave. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this set. So that's all for this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.